Hello, everyone. I am Nicole Victorious, and this is the Selah Room. Welcome on in today. I am so thankful for each and every one of my subscribers. I would love if you click like and subscribe to this channel. That helps me run this channel and get the algorithm to where it needs to be for YouTube. So more people like yourself, more people like myself, more people who are not like ourselves can get a chance to have some Selah for themselves. I wanted to come in and talk to you in the Selah room real quickly today. I know it's our presidential election. A lot of you have already casted your ballots. Some of you are yet casting your ballots right now as I am shooting this video. I just wanted to come in and talk to you a moment about finding peace. In this season of 2020, it has been tremendous. It's been like a whirlwind. I feel like sometimes Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, it's just been like, on so many different levels, politically, the racial divide, the discrimination, the xenophobia. There's all kinds of things that are happening in this world that has caused such an uproar and upset. And we have every right to be in uproar and be upset. But you know what? Sometimes we have to take a moment of pause and reflection to really find peace. And I'm not talking about peace as you can find it in the world or on Facebook or on Instagram or on any form of social media. I'm talking about your personal peace that is attached to the God within you, the God that is within me. I want to share with you 6 steps to peace. Journal. I suggest if you don't have a journal to get one, to begin to write down your visions, write down your reflections, write down how you're feeling about things, write down your anger, write down what makes you happy, what brings you joy in this moment. If you write it down, the beauty of writing it down is having, to look at it and look back and see all of the wonderful situations and problems and issues that God has actually brought you out and over in. That blesses me. People who I've prayed for, things that I've not shared with anyone but my journal and God. It's wonderful to look back and see God's providence and see that you're stronger than you think you are. So get a journal. That's my suggestion. 6 steps to peace. First one, breathe. Sometimes we just need to breathe, guys. We need to breathe. We need to take a moment and deep breathe. I'm talking about that deep breath that you can feel go in and out of your body. That is your life force. That is your God force. That is the force that connects you and me to the Most High God. Once we take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, it intentionally settles our thoughts and puts our thoughts back into alignment with the thoughts that we're supposed to be thinking. It centers us with God, and God Himself can take and renew our minds through us simply taking a moment of pause just to breathe. The next step, set limits for yourself. Listen, the struggle's real about setting limits, right? If you're anything like me, I'm a person that says, okay, I'd love to do that. Yes, I'll do that. You need this time? Yes, I'll do that. You need that done too? Yes, I'll do that. But guess what? As a wife, as a mom, as a minister, as a sister, friend, daughter, everything, I too have to be able to set limits. I too have to be able to say no, and you have to be able to do the same thing. It's okay to say no. It's okay to set limits. Healthy limits, healthy boundaries for yourself. That's healthy. What's not healthy is saying yes to things that you know you didn't want to say yes to in the first place. How many of us have done that? I'm raising my hand because I have several times. And in this season, you need to take time to set limits. Third one, slow down. Just take a moment and slow down. Slow your roll. Where you going? It's we're in the midst of a pandemic. It's still very much COVID season out here. Slow down. God has slowed this whole world down. He has actually just said, you know what? I need you to sit and think about some things. I need you to sit and get your family in order. I need you to sit and get yourself in order. I need you to sit and go back to those visions and dreams that you have. I need you to sit and rework some things. So take a moment and slow down. It's perfectly okay. It's okay to slow down. What happens when we don't slow down? Chaos. Chaos ensues because God can't work in the midst of confusion. I can't work in the midst of confusion. Item number 4, unclutter your mind and the area that you live in. You know, I'm one who, clutter, it just makes me feel some kind of way. It literally, I can feel my skin almost itching when I see clutter. I'm laughing because my kids will say, Mom, have you seen my box of Chinese food that was in the refrigerator? If it was in there for 3 days, I probably tossed it. And if you left it on the dining room table for much longer than you should have, or whatever it is that is out of place, yeah, I probably got rid of it because I don't like clutter. And in that same vein, in that same principle, we have to unclutter our minds, especially in this season where we're receiving negative messages from so many places, so much divisiveness going on right now in the atmosphere. We need to take time and declutter our minds. Just unload, unpack, unload. The next step towards peace: forgiveness, acceptance, and letting go. Letting it go. Forgiveness, that's a big one. We have to be able to forgive people for their transgressions against us. We have to be able to forgive ourselves for our transgressions. We have to be able to forgive ourselves and know that we are not perfect, but we are striving for perfection in God every day. We're not going to be perfect. We're going to miss the mark. But guess what? Release yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive that person. Forgive that situation. Free yourself. Accept it and let it go. Because when you don't let it go, it becomes this sort of noose around your neck. And you could be carrying a noose around your neck from the time you were a little child until the time you were a teenager. Whenever that offense occurred, you can still be carrying that offense, and that offense is holding you back. Trust me, I know about it. I know about it. And today and every day, I am becoming more intentional about forgiving, accepting, and letting it go. Let it go, because it serves no purpose for you. If it doesn't have a purpose, if it's not helping you to grow and develop, if you can't learn from that situation, if you can't take that situation and apply it for the good, then let it go. Because it's just weighing you down and stopping you from walking fully into your purpose. And this is a season that I want to walk into everything that God has for me. The next step, disconnect to reconnect. As I mentioned before, social media, it's been a firestorm of people's opinions, divisiveness, the videos of all of the murders. I don't know about y'all, but that stuff gets into my spirit, and I feel it, and the grief is so heavy at times, and then the anger becomes so real. Oftentimes, in this season, like never before, I'm finding a need for myself to disconnect so I can reconnect. I can reconnect with God. I can reconnect with Nicole Victorious. You know, I call myself Nicole Victorious simply because my name means victory of the people. I am victorious. No matter what has happened in my life, no matter what hurdles I've had to jump through, no matter what cards I've been dealt in this life, I am Nicole Victorious, and I have the victory, and you can too. Your name may not be Nicole, but you are victorious. That's what God has waiting for you. And you have to decide exactly what you want victory over. I want victory over every negative aspect in my life. I want victory over it. Not so much for me, just for me. I want it for me, but I want it for my kids. I want it for my family members. I want it for anybody that God puts in my path. So I can say, listen, I made it over that hurdle. You can make it over this hurdle. You can't help anybody get out of a ditch unless you've been in one yourself. The last step I want to talk to you is about finding a life scripture. I tell everyone this. You have to have something to stand on. When life comes and knocks the wind out of your sails, knocks the wind out of your lungs, you have to have a scripture to fall back on. You have to have something that brings you peace. You have to have some mantras on your wall, some quotes that you can fall back on to inspire you, to stir up the gifts within you, to stir up everything that you have lying dormant. You have to have a life scripture. My life scripture, Psalms 138:8, the Lord is perfecting that which concerns me. The Lord is perfecting that which concerns me. That means He is perfecting all of my concerns, all of my issues, all of my hidden thoughts and hidden feelings, everything that's bothering me, everything that's causing my soul to ache. God is perfecting that, and He is perfecting that in you today too. I am so thankful that you came into the room with me today, and I want you to really take heed and take a moment to go over these steps to bringing you peace. Breathe, set limits for yourself, slow down, be mindful, unclutter your mind and your space. Forgive, accept, and let go. Disconnect so you can reconnect and find a life scripture. That's it today in the Selah room. I wish you peace. I wish you God's blessings, especially on today. I hope that you're able to find God's peace in this process. Don't get caught up in it, because at the end of the day, at the end of this election, God will still be God. So I'm praying for peace, for your household, peace for your family, and peace for everything in your lives. Until we meet again, God bless you and God bless yours. Until we meet again in the Selah room. Take care.